Hello and welcome to another episode of Talkin Balls. I'm your host, Neil Adams, and joined as always is my lovely co-hosts, Marc and Curtis. How are you guys?
All good, my friend. How are you?
Very well, mate. How are you doing?
Spotty dog. Just in, loving life. Today we have the one and only Mona Stevens. How are you, Mona?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Thank you very much for coming on. I am grand. I'm loving life. You were saying you had a wee bit of a stress coming on?
Oh yeah, there were a lot of trouble on German highways, and the Deutsche Bahn was not going to work today, so...
Oh, Jesus. So, Mona, tell us a wee bit about yourself. How did you get into all this?
Oh yeah, first of all, I want to excuse about my English. This is my first English podcast, and I'm trying my best, and sorry for any vocabulary or anything went wrong with my English.
If there's anything we're not saying right, we'll try and, because our accents are bad anyway, so...
It's almost not English, our accent, isn't it? It's almost...
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do my best.
No problem.
Yeah, where am I? Where I have to start? I'm the quarterback of the German flag football national team and tackle national team.
What happened? I was reading through your Wikipedia, and it says you're wide receiver for the tackle team and quarterback, or is it vice versa?
Yeah, I'm a wide receiver quarterback position for the flag national team, so we mix it and play some wildcat stuff. So basically, we have two quarterbacks in the flag football national team, but sometimes I do the wide receiver stuff. And for the tackle national team, I'm just being the quarterback.
And what do you enjoy the most?
Why is everyone asking me that question? I don't know.
Well, how about which one did you start first?
Oh, I started with tackle football. I even didn't know that flag football is so big. I played tackle football for 10 years now. And joined the flag football national team in 2021 because there were tryouts, and I never played flag football before. And then a friend of mine is calling me and say, "Hey Mona, let's go trying for the German national team." I said, "Hey, why should I go there? I'm not allowed to run into someone." But I did that. We bought off, and then I fell totally in love with this sport. And yeah, when I have to. I don't know what I have to choose when I have to choose, but I think it will be flag football because my opportunities in flag football are way bigger because of the Olympic situation now.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So in tackle football, I played a world championship, and now I'm playing the European championship. And when this is done, yeah, I don't know what's coming next. So
that's it. Because you were just over in Limerick there, over here in Ireland.
Yes.
Came second, didn't you?
Third.
Oh.
We could not beat the Spanish girls. They were too good.
Oh.
They were very good.
We were setting up your medals. We were the guys that set up your medals and all.
Oh, really?
We were the guys that put the medals on the table for you and put them out nice and neat so you could get them. That was us.
We were so excited. I didn't see anyone around me. Even we didn't think about we want to win a medal, but we didn't think about that it's gonna happen. So we were like totally happy about this.
That's it. Did you get to see any of Ireland while you were over here?
Sorry, what?
Did you see any of Ireland while you were over here?
Yes, I spent 2 more days in Ireland. We went up to what was his name? The cliffs of Moher.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And then we went to Dublin and spent a day in Dublin.
Did you go to the Guinness? Did you have a Guinness?
Actually not.
What?
But I enjoyed the landscape. It's so beautiful over there. I'm just staring at everything. I can't stop. It was so beautiful. It's like a holiday trip for me.
Yes, we love it over here too. It's
a little bit rainy, but
it's a little bit rainy. It's always raining.
Never stops raining.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, it was super nice, and it's a very beautiful landscape over there. That was pretty awesome.
Thank you. We try our best.
I don't want to brush by the fact that how well you've actually done at the European Championships. Would you mind just telling us like how the games went? I mean, you said you were defeated against Spain, but it was a pretty convincing winning against France for the 3rd place. Tell us a little bit about the feeling in that game.
Our journey started when we bet the Austrian girls, because Austria went third on the last World Championship, and we didn't beat the Austrian girls since 14 years. So this is the very important matchup for us. And then we bet them, and that was like pretty crazy. And we thought about, okay, anything can happen now. And then we had the Spanish girls in our group, and it was a close game. It was like, I think, 1 touchdown difference in the end. So it was really close. And then we wanted it too much, and then we had to face them again. And then there was a pretty crazy game. I think at halftime it was 21-0, and at the end I have to figure out what, but it was a very close game at the end. And then we lost, and then we have to bet the France team. It was like 45-12. That was pretty awesome. We wanted the medal so bad.
Yeah. Austria was the favorites, weren't they?
Austria was before, but they didn't have their quarterback anymore.
Oh.
And she made the difference over there, and that was our chance to win this game. And even that, I think they went play 6, 7, 5. I don't know. I don't remember. But that was our goal to beat the Austrian girls.
So were you into American football before you got into American football playing? You have a favorite team? Who did you follow it growing up?
So when I started to watch football, I didn't know anything about it. I was the physiotherapist on my home team, a men's tackle team in the German Football League. And then I sat there with them and we watched football. I said, okay, I have to be fan of one team because you have to feel the game, you know?
Yeah.
And at the beginning I had a favorite team, but then I see that the players are changing so much. So, and then I'm starting to be a players fan. So now I'm watching them wherever they go, and then I have more teams to watch. And yeah.
Does that mean you're into fantasy football?
A little bit, but I'm so bad at fantasy football.
Everybody seems to be at the minute.
I have 2 fantasy football teams, but the drafts were on dates I couldn't be on it, so.
Oh, so you got your players drafted for you?
Yes, and it's so bad.
So when you're saying you're a fan of, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, just go.
When you're saying you're a fan of certain players, is that players that you look to improve your game? So if you play quarterback, are you specifically watching quarterbacks?
Both. When I started playing or started watching football, I was a huge fan of Julian Edelman because he was not the very tallest wide receiver, and he was just amazing. And even I was fan of JJ Watt because he was an amazing player. So not only quarterbacks, but at this moment when I start getting more intense in my career and trying to get better, I start focusing a little bit on quarterbacks, but I like to see awesome players who are doing not the normal stuff. They're doing, very great, amazing things on the field. So I'm just loving the game. It's harder and harder to get good players where I'm a fan of, but yeah, there are a few.
It's funny you should say them 2 players because it's those 2 players would be 2 players that seem to go above and beyond when it comes to training. Is that the sort of way that you would go about stuff? Like, because I've seen a lot of documentaries on Julian Edelman. He goes up to the Hamptons with Tom Brady, and they throw and get to know each other, and just basically get a wee bit of camaraderie about themselves, a wee bit of familiarity, so that they work better in the NFL and during the season. And the same with JJ Watt. He stays after practice. He's there first. He's there last. You know, is that the way you go about whenever you go to play, or?
I think so. I'm a very hard worker and trying to be. So my goal is to be better and better and better. And I'm looking up to those players, even like Tom Brady. When I'm talking to Sebastian Vollmer here in Germany, I'm always sitting like a child, listen to a good night story because it's so amazing what he's telling about Tom Brady, and I'm so impressed of his attitude for working. And this is like, I'm bringing it all to the team and try to get everything what they need to be there and to be there earlier or later or get in contact with the players, like everything. So I look up to them.
100%.
So talking about getting better and progressing yourself, looking towards bigger and, well, the biggest of events going forward, LA 2028. What's your thoughts on that?
I think my life has a new street right now, and a new goal, and a new final goal. I'm thinking about playing tackle football for 1 or 2 years from now. Let's see. But I'm definitely focusing on flag football because I want to get the Germans to the Olympic Games, to get qualified, and to be there in 2028, because this will be the end of my career. I will be 36 when LA is happening, so maybe this will be a perfect ending, and I'm working my ass off to get this goal.
Just right. Now, me and Neil were very lucky to see you actually perform down in Limerick this year. So, what's the standard going to be like going into the Worlds and competing at an Olympic stage? Do you reckon it's going to be harder? Is it certainly not going to be easier?
It will be harder because of, I think, a lot of more, what's the English word for it? There will be companies who support the sport now, so the athletes can do maybe have a half-time job and be half-time athletes, so they get more support from the Olympic programs. After 2024 Olympics, the Olympic program for LA 28 is starting, and I don't know what the other countries have programs for their athletes. In Germany, when you're in the national team, you get support. You can go to the Olympic centers in every city. You get a little bit of money. There are a lot of options who helps you to get more professional in this. And I think that this will help to put the level higher and higher. And yeah, I think everyone wants to go to the Olympic Games, so everyone is working their ass off now.
That's it. So what way does it work with America's national team? Does that mean NFL, like Pat Mahomes, could go and play in flag football, or what way does it work? Because I know Stefan Diggs is an ambassador for flag football, so would he be able to play? Is that?
So I think they will be in discussions with their teams. I don't know if there's any possibility to have active players there to play. But for the Americans, even when I talked to them when they were here in Germany, they say they never have the opportunity to play for their home country. They never can play in a national team. And I think for every athlete in the world to compete at the Olympic Games is the end goal. So, and if they have the chance, I think maybe some of the guys who gets retired in these years maybe will join that. I don't even know what some head coaches are about this, but it's flag football. I don't know if they will allow some players to go there, even if they are still in the NFL. But there will be definitely some players who retire in that age, and it's 5 years from now. So we will see some of the guys there.
Yeah, there was. I think there was an interview, and Pat Mahomes was being interviewed about it, and he literally says, I don't think Coach Reid would allow me to do that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think for the NFL, it's a good advertising, and even for the player. And if they get into it and see, okay, how much work they have to do for it, and what this can help you to make your players better, to get more skills and to get more stuff maybe for the NFL, I think flag football can help too. So we will see.
Is it going from tackle football to flag football? Is it a difficult crossover? Are there different skill sets to the game?
There is, but I think if you're an athlete, you need like a few weeks of training, and you will get that in your mind and in your movements. If you are an athlete like an NFL player, a lot of the players are growing up with flag football. So for them, it's not hard to have a skilled player like a receiver or a DB. You have to work on the flag poles or on the little hip moves and dip moves. But I think if you want this and if you practice for it, they will get into it. Even me, I never played flag football before, and I went to the flag football national team tryouts. Let me think about it. It was like, I think in April 2021, and in December, I played at the World Championships. So it's possible for them. Better for them than for us. They're natural athletes.
Well, we play tackle football, and I tried to play flag, and my legs didn't work very well afterwards. Because we're obviously bigger men, so like I was a center, Mark's a defensive tackle, So I tried to play flag for a wee bit of fitness, and literally my legs just give out, and I was like, "Oh, I can't run. It seems I can't run." It's a lot of just running non-stop. Because if you're playing both sides of the ball as well, that we had to do, you're literally running, trying to get away from somebody, or you're running trying to catch somebody non-stop. So it's need a lot of energy and fitness for it.
Is a lot of running, but I think you can have, for every player you can have a position, and for everybody, so you have to have your playbook ready for different kind of players. But I think at the highest level and at the Olympics it will be very athletic. So it is at the moment when you see those final games between Mexico, if you see the girls playing the Mexican and the US girls, it's crazy how athletic they are. So yeah, I think that will be the final goal, to have the best athletes over there.
Yeah, because we went down to obviously see the championships, and just we would obviously have a league over here for flag. So whenever we went over, or whenever we went down to watch, it was just the difference in quality was unreal. I mean, we were just like, Jesus, look at these guys, they're specimens.
I think we actively said, now these are athletes.
Yeah,
they're not Sunday league boys throwing a ball about. These are athletes.
Yeah.
And to answer your question as well, Curtis, being a defensive tackle myself, I went and played one game of flag.
Yeah.
And the defensive tackle's role is basically to get the ball, and I was past the ball, and it was strange, and I instantly went into defensive tackle mode and was handing people off and dropping the shoulder. And it was an instant flag straight away. And I was like, no, this isn't for me. But unbelievably athletic. The change from playing a little bit on a Sunday to watching you guys at the European Games, unbelievable, night and day.
Yeah, it's all in the hips.
Yes.
Isn't it? Because it's like whenever we have the ball and tackle, we throw the shoulder in, but whenever you've got the ball and flag, you're like trying to move your hips out of the way just to be tackled, because that's where you're being tackled. So you need to have good hips.
Yes, you can work on it. If you're not having good hips, you can do the dips, like going down. That was my first thing, because I was not used to those hip moves, and then I started with the dipping thing, and that worked better for me. And now I'm working on both, so it gets better and better. It's like everything, you have to practice.
I've realized that I'm too old for it now. I think though my flag career is over.
I think though, even like when you get sort of to, not to make ourselves sound old, but when you get to our age, even tackle football becomes one of those things you're like, do I want to play that? Do I want some big guy, especially when you're my size, hitting me? Are you finding now with that putting a lot of people off the game, that now that flags kind of exploded onto the scene, it's going to be at the Olympics, like, is the game growing? Maybe in Germany, I suppose you could speak more about in Germany, but are you finding more people taking an interest in it now?
Absolutely. It starts from school programs to people who are looking for a sports, who are if they love playing football, they're not too shy to go now, because they're they're scared about the contact, and now flag football opens every door for everyone, and you can have people playing together with the same athletic groups. So even you can play flag football when you put the right people together. And there's not at the moment, there's so many leagues, and it's growing so fast, and it's amazing what happens now in Germany, because football is everywhere now. Even in the television, they do a lot more of football, and a lot of moms here are scared to send their children to football because they're scared to get hurt. And now flag football opens the doors for everyone, because it's so accessible for everyone. And even they put it in the school programs now. They have a lot at the moment, and they want to make it more happening, that in every school you can play flag football like you play volleyball. So it's so easy. Even when I think about, I was like in the 5th grade, whatever, we are playing catching on the school ground, and flag football is the same. You have a ball and play catching. So
Do you have flag in your schools now?
It starts now. I didn't have it at all, but it starts now everywhere. The NFL flag program is here, and they work together with schools. So you have like a project. So they play flag football for 6 to 8 weeks, and then they have their regional finals the schools meet each other on the field, and then they play against each other. They have a kit with playbook, flags, cones, and balls, and then they're getting used to it like for 6 to 8 weeks, and they play against each other. And at the end, last year, the finalists go to Las Vegas, go to the Pro Bowl with the kids program. And they started in the schools and put some teachers in and have some flag football projects now to help the teachers to teach flag football.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing to have over
That's
here.
Incredible, yeah. Yep. I think the equivalent for us is rugby, isn't it? We've got what's called tag rugby, which is the same thing. I suppose that's the equivalent we have, really, isn't it? But it's not football.
Yeah. But if we had that over here, I think it would just elevate the game so much over here.
You just have to start. You just have to find one teacher who's starting playing we have programs here. We have the normal school programs, and usually you can have a project after school. So have like 1 or 2 hours a week for one project, or for one, like somebody go mountain biking, somebody do the choir, somebody singing, somebody playing orchestra, what's the word in English, whatever. So, and if you have one teacher who do like this for flag football, it starts growing, and yet they have to bring other teachers to make that to happen in the schools. Because when I talk to the children who play flag football for 6 weeks, like boys and girls together, it didn't matter. You have an amazing group feeling over there. Everyone is into it, and everyone is smiling and so happy and having so much fun at this experience. Except, so if they only play for 6 weeks, they understand the game, they have some plays, run it, and have so much fun over there. And this is amazing to see. So it runs by themselves.
Yep. No, that we definitely need to look more into that there in our country over here, because that would just be so good for us over here. And hopefully make the game better and get more people involved in it.
You can even start with school programs, and then you have like a final competition at the end, or you make like a project for, okay, let's go. We play flag football for 6 weeks in April to May, and at the end we will organize a tournament for them. So
we have the Jacksonville Jaguars come over here for Jag Tag, so they come over, but they're only really over for maybe 2 or 3 days. You know, and if they bring,
maybe they have a flag day or have a flag program. That's what they did here in Germany. Every team who were in Germany have when they came here and they had practice, they have a flag program with the kids together, and then the NFL players come over and played a little bit with these kids.
Yep, we had Josh Allen over here, so we did not the Buffalo Bills one, the Jacksonville Jaguars one.
Okay.
Him there, we had him over because the Jaguars are obviously over here, so I'm hoping it's going to be more. Flag's going to be more because the Steelers are now over here in Ireland and in the north, so they have marketing rights over here now. So I'm hoping we're going to have more of that, like what you're talking about. It's going to be more involved in the schools and integrated in the schools. There's going to be more competitions and things like that. So I'm hoping that comes over here too, because that would be amazing.
That's perfect. But because it's so easy, if you get people in contact with flag football, it's so much fun on every level. Even if you play in school programs or at international championships, it's always fun and everyone is smiling around. So it's easy to make that happen if you just get it started.
Yep, and it's not very expensive like tackle is. Because tackle, you have to buy helmets and pads and everything, whereas you just need a wee boots.
You have the belt and you have cleats. You can use soccer cleats, whatever, and just go.
Yep. Well, that seems like an amazing idea. We need to get that over here too. But let's talk about the NFL coming over to Germany for the past 2 weeks. How's that been for you?
Oh my God, I had crazy 2 weeks. I even didn't realize what happened actually last week. So sometimes I lay in my bed and think about, okay, who the hell did I nap the last few days, and what happened? So it was pretty awesome. It was amazing. I enjoyed every day, and it was like totally crazy.
Non-stop, was it? Yeah.
Sorry?
Non-stop, just constantly going.
Yes, it was like when it started for me the week before when the Dolphins and the Chiefs were here. It starts Thursday to Monday, and then next week Thursday to Monday again. But totally crazy, and I enjoyed every second because the whole city was full of football.
And what was your favorite story from the weekend?
I was going to say, did you get much face-to-face time with a few players?
I did. I didn't say it is a lot, but I enjoyed a lot moments. I had very cool talkings to people. I even met Robert Kraft. I met Patrick Mahomes. I was talking to Jason McCarthy, and I met Dan Marino. So it was so crazy. But my moment was my partner, the DKB, had some tickets to giving away, and I think there were 3 million people in Germany who wants to get tickets, so it was sold out very fast. And there were a lot of people in Frankfurt who just came to enjoy the experience of the NFL in Frankfurt. They didn't even have tickets for the games. And I was there with my camera team, and there were a little guy and his father. I think he was about 6 years old, and had a Mahomes jersey and a cap. And I was talking to them, hey, how are you? And do you go to the stadium now? And what's your favorite player? And he was like, no, we don't have tickets. And I love Patrick Mahomes, and it's my favorite team. And it was okay, where do you watch the game? I had to go home. And so he was a little bit kind of sad. And it's okay, what did you say if you can go to the stadium tomorrow and see Patrick Mahomes in live? He was like screaming and crying, and his father, they were so happy. I even get goosebumps now because it was an amazing moment to see a child happy like this, even when the young kids are fans of American football and the NFL and are so crazy about tickets for the game. And that was like an amazing moment. Yeah.
Yeah, that kid will never forget that moment, so he'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Yes, so, and from all the moments I have pictures. Yeah, even I was able to swap jersey with Pat Mahomes. That was pretty crazy.
Yes, we've seen that. Same Pat Mahomes jersey. That'd be nice for the back of your wall.
That was, oh my god. Yeah, I could not believe that's gonna happen. That happened the last week, because when I heard that the Chiefs are coming to Germany, I say, okay, hey, Pat Mahomes is my favorite quarterback, so I have to swap jersey with him just for respect and a gift of Germany. And how would it be to have like putting the national team player jersey with Pat Mahomes? Yeah, and they make it happen. It was totally awesome. I talked to some NFL guys, like Peter O'Reilly, but Brett Gosper, like even Roger Goodell, and everyone like, oh my god, we should make that happen. It was like totally crazy, and they made it happen. And even Pat Mahomes I thought he was very happy about it. He was very interested in women's in tackle football, national team things, when our season is and everything. It was a cool, I think 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, you must be pinching yourself. I mean, it's been like a mediocre rise sort of thing where you've been just shot into this. Like, I mean, like, was it maybe like a couple of years ago where you just were like, if you were doing this now, you'd be like, aye, right, whatever, I'll not be doing this.
Sorry, ask me
if you
again.
know what I mean, you know, like 2 or 3 years ago, you know, would you believe you'd be doing this now?
Oh, no, absolutely not.
No?
This is no. Even weeks before, I even didn't know that I was able to throw some balls with some NFL players in the stadium. When the ticket sale was open, I was trying to get a ticket. It was like on place like 1,500,000. Like, hey, no chance for me to get a ticket. If somebody told me I will be down on the field throwing some balls, like pretty crazy. And even meeting Roger Goodell, his wife, his daughter, and all the people over there, and that was I could not even imagine this.
Wow.
I was looking at a few of your videos earlier, and I thought it was crazy. Was it this year or last year you just got to be part of the halftime show?
That was last year. We were in Munich a year ago at the Tampa Bay Seahawks game, and there we are playing in front of 68,000 people. A show game for flag football. That was, oh my god. that was the time. That was the day when this all started. The whole year was going like straight up, and yeah, that was a pretty awesome moment. When we stepped on the field, Tom Brady was going into the locker room and said, "Is this really happening right now?"
see the amount of jealousy I've got for that moment. We tried to get tickets to go and see that game at Munich, and we got completely blown out of the water. There was no chance we were ever getting going. And there's Mona Stevens playing at the halftime show, watching Tom Brady walk by. Unbelievable.
That was unbelievable. Yeah, totally. That was the moment when we get into the locker room. We have to wait for the Seahawks players, and there were DK Metcalf like giving a high five, and I was like, "How tall are you? Oh my god!"
He is a giant. That guy is a giant. But so is Tom Brady. Tom Brady's a giant too, isn't he?
Yeah, Tom Brady is big as hell. But DK is like not only tall, he's like
big. Yeah.
Big. So many muscles. Yeah, that was. I could not believe it. And this game, the Colts Patriots game, our men's team were the halftime show. The gold medal champions from Limerick was allowed to play in this halftime. So I'm enjoying that the NFL is pushing flag football so bad, because I think there will be way more fans here, except in Germany and in other countries, even when mothers or parents see that you can play football with no contact, and it's fun though, and you can play it at the Olympics. It's a very interesting sport. So
yeah, well, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I retired from tackle football, so I thought, you know what, I'll give flag a throw. I try, and it didn't work out. So that was the end of it. How do we
go from talking about men's national gold team and women's third place bronze gold team to you playing flag again?
I'm just saying, it's like it's different. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I don't know.
Saying anybody can play it. It's open to everybody.
Yes, that's what we were talking about. Yes, I thought it was going to be open to me, but I found out it wasn't very quickly.
So maybe you have to find another. It's like you have a 7-on-7 flag football. When you're the center, you're not a receiver. You just stay.
Oh, Bob, that sounds like me. All right. I think I watched the guy do that.
There's a video over there. There's a video over there. One of the center is eating burger during the game.
Yes, I was literally just about to say that. There's this guy, and he just snaps the ball and then starts eating a burger. Oh, yes.
I'm sure there's a refereeing course you could do.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't want to do refereeing. Rob does refereeing, and at refereeing, you get shouted at too much when you're a referee.
Oh, well, not in flag football.
Oh, you do? You're all right. Oh, they shout. Hey, a lot of people shout. Yeah, they're very mean to referees.
The flag football players are more kind than the tackle football are. So
you know who's mean? The referees, because I was holding the down markers. And see if I didn't do it quick enough, she was like, hurry up.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just trying to reach it. So what was your favourite game over the last 2 weeks? It definitely wasn't the Colts and the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was so sad.
I think the halftime show probably was better than the Colts Patriots game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I even enjoyed the Dolphins Chiefs game, because I was the captain of honor, and I was there down at the coin toss and saw the players running around, and even seeing those players moving in life. It's completely different, but I think there will be a lot more games on the other side of the world happened, and they were way more interesting than that. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was cool.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You know what? We'll show you how interesting the game was. I've got a wee NFL history fact for you that took place in the Colts game. So, the Patriots and Colts game ended a stat streak in NFL history where teams had won 266 consecutive games when rushing for at least 150 yards and only allowing 10 points or fewer. 266 game streak they ended. That's how bad they were.
Yeah.
I was looking down to Bill Belichick. Was like first interception from Mac Jones. Like changing quarterbacks, same situation.
They need to move on from Mac Jones. Mac Jones was never going to be a good quarterback. I don't know where that came from at all.
I can imagine being in the arena watching the game. It probably wasn't as bad though as it was for us sitting in the house, because I don't know about you guys, but I felt every minute of that game, every minute of it, like just it dragged in. So maybe being in the arena, I assume, was better, or there was still a good atmosphere there.
Yeah, the atmosphere was very good because there were a lot of Patriots fans from Germany, and you heard that they were very loud, and even the DJ was way better than last week, the week before. Played some
he needed to be.
Music. No, not in Munich, like in when the Chiefs Dolphins game, but there were good energy in the stadium. You felt that there's the Patriots fan base. They definitely had a home game, and they were cheering all the game, and they didn't get mad about the game, because everyone, my feeling was that everyone in Germany was happy that the NFL is here, and a lot of Patriots fans were happy to see their team play, even though they lost, but they were happy to see them in live. So I think it was a good feeling in the stadium.
Yeah, I definitely the Chiefs and Dolphins game would have been the one I would want to see too.
I think everyone in the world would want to see this game, though.
Yeah, that was
the Americans were a little bit mad of the Germans.
I was sitting hitting refresh whenever they first came out, them tickets. Refresh to try and get the tickets. And somehow, even though I hit refresh a millisecond after they came out, I was like 160,000 in the queue.
Crazy.
So I just went, leave that. I'll watch it on TV.
I think if you get tickets for that, it's a stroke of luck. Or you have to go and be part of the women's national team to get tickets, you know. So one of the two, whichever's more likely.
Like a lot of people come to the city and joining some events. There were a lot of tickets like for presents everywhere. You can win. So, but yeah, it's luck.
So next year when they come around to Germany, you got to keep us in mind for those tickets, you know, as gifts.
Yeah, if we'll come with a wee puppy dog eyes, please can we have their tickets, Mona?
I'm sure we're on a very long list of people who have asked that same question as well.
But right at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Even I got, when the German games are open, I got message about, hey, do you have tickets? I say, I'm even happy when I got a ticket for the game, so...
You can't even have one myself yet.
No chance.
We're going to finish up with a wee game. So we are, and it's a wee game where you guess the logo of the American football team in Ireland. Just a wee fun game. So it is.
What do you have? What?
I'm going to show you a logo, and you have to guess the American football team in Ireland's name. So,
in Ireland's name, okay.
Yes. So you've been in Ireland, you've been in Limerick, so you might know a couple of teams, maybe.
Okay.
So this is a surprise for the boys because they didn't know that I was going to have this ready for them. We see us, boys. What about that?
Yeah, it's not bad. You still got to work on the name, but I enjoy the graphic bit.
The name there, whenever it was coming up, was like, do you know the start of Star Wars when it's like once, you know, all that stuff is kind of like.
I haven't decided on a name yet, Mona. Maybe the logo games may be copyrighted.
It's definitely copyrighted, yeah, definitely.
So I need to come up with a fancier name.
Oh my god.
So
I have no idea.
That it's sort of like a sword, maybe.
A sword.
Maybe. Does it look like a sword?
You need to help me.
If you turned it upside down, it would be a sword.
Yeah, okay.
So would you say think of Greece for this one? Would that be right? Like Greece? Is that right?
Is that where they're from?
A big wooden horse?
Have you ever heard of a horse? Big wooden horse? Anything. Give us anything that begins with T.
T. When I first saw this, no. Oh my god.
What?
No, I don't. I have no idea. Help me with one.
The Trojans.
Okay.
You ever hear of the Trojan horse?
Yes.
There you go. That's where they got that. That's the Belfast Trojans in
That hint
Ireland.
doesn't really make sense. You can't say Trojan horse when it's just a big T that kind of looks like
Well,
a
the
sword.
Trojans were in the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was
They
thinking
have
about
the
a
sword.
city or anything.
Oh no, you don't need to worry about the city.
Don't worry about the city. Just worry about the name. Don't worry about the city at all. Next one. Easy. You were there.
Vikings.
Yes. They are the Limerick Vikings.
Limerick
So they-
Vikings.
Yes, they play out of where you played your game. Yeah. Next one.
Huh. Okay. So, a chess horse, or is it a dragon, or is it a horse?
It's a
You got it
chess
there in one.
piece. Yes, you
Chess
nearly
piece.
got it there.
Chess?
Yes,
So
you know
what is
chess.
that piece on
What-
the chessboard?
What piece?
What?
What piece,
that piece
is on,
on a
is
chessboard?
this?
Chess horse? No, whatever.
Not
It's
chess.
a chess piece. So you know where they all have different names?
I'm not into chess.
The knights.
Oh my god.
Did you ever hear the knight? Your knight, you move your knight. No?
Yeah, I heard, but yeah. Oh my god.
You have your queen and your king
Yeah,
and your rook and
yeah.
your...
Mhm. Ah. Okay. Could be everything.
Now, this is where my geekness comes out and nobody ever gets it. It's the... Do you ever watch Star Wars?
Oh no.
No, of course.
I'm one of
no.
the persons who never watched any Star
No,
Wars.
apparently
too.
nobody watches Star Wars either, because every time I try and give them a hint with Star Wars, nobody ever watches
So
Star Wars.
isn't it there like where R2D2 is? Is it Star Wars?
Yes,
That's not a bad guess.
they aren't called the R2D2s. They are the
Probably
rebels.
great name though.
That would be a cool name, all right. The Rebel Alliance? No. They're the Dublin Rebels. The Dublin Rebels. They are the best team in Ireland at the minute. They won the Shamrock Bowl.
Maybe they have to work on their logo.
Everybody
The
says
second
this.
guess to say that, yeah.
I think she's a third.
Rebels.
Because Will Gavin said about it last week, and Josh Prey said it the week before.
That's right, 3.
This
Bulls.
is nobody ever gets this. No, and it's not the Bulls.
Nobody ever get this, okay?
I think I'm gonna have to give a prize to anybody that gets this.
What's the clue for this one?
Oh God, Top Gun.
Oh.
Think unbranded cow. Is that how
Yeah, that's a really good clue.
yeah. Well,
I bet you that's a sentence you never thought you'd say.
The Mavericks.
Oh.
Do you not get it? See where it's the Mavericks? No, nobody ever gets this. So a Maverick is an unbranded cow.
Okay. So I learned a lot tonight.
You thought you were here
Easy.
just to talk about football.
Yep. We're an intellectual program.
Think NFL.
This one's
Cowboys.
yeah, it's definitely a rip-off.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
I thought about it, was like, that's too easy. Okay, Cowboys.
Everybody says Stars because they don't think it's going to be the Cowboys. But yeah, there's definitely copyright infringement there somewhere. Another one.
Eagles?
Yes, Wexford Eagles.
Oh, we have a women's team right around here in Mainz. They are the Eagles. They have the same brand.
Oh.
So, and this is a Toa, or what is this?
If you ever, do you know any Irish mythology?
Oh,
Have you ever
No.
been to the Causeway Coast in Ireland,
no.
where they have the Giants Causeway?
Oh, Giants, no.
They are the Causeway Giants. Easy one
Jaguars?
now. Close.
Panthers.
Yes, the
Okay.
South Dublin Panthers. And this is me and Mark's personal favourite team.
AJ, whatever.
Mark has the jerseys, never hidden behind him.
I
If
see
you,
them.
if you cover the A, you might.
I'll
get
give you.
a clue.
I'll give you a hint. So well,
Jets.
Mona,
Yeah, I covered the A and then I was thinking about Jets.
they are the Antrim Jets. That's the team we
How-
play for.
Well, this is great.
Yes, wasn't that good? And
Well,
that
that
is
makes
the end. That is the end of.
Bad.
I really like that. That's the first time we've did it. So
I can't believe that was the big secret. I asked him earlier what it was, and he was like, "No, shh."
Is that why he's been quiet in the chat all week?
Yeah.
Been homework
I've
on that.
been looking to pull that out for ages. But Mona, that's it. Thank you very much for being an awesome guest and playing our wee awesome shitty game that we play, that we torture every guest with every week. You know,
But it's fine. It's fun.
yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself, and hopefully we'll see you again on the television and your podcast. If you want to give it a wee shout out or anything.
I will. Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
Yep. And you have your own wee podcast, don't you? That's Talk About Sex.
Sorry.
You have your own podcast. Yes. Talk About Sex. Check it out, guys. Yeah. Mona. has
Yeah,
her own
but
wee
it's
podcast.
in German, so it's for people who start watching American football. Nadine and I, we're explaining a lot of football stuff. We're explaining on very low level, so everyone who wants to start to see or watching football, that's the one they have to listen to.
Well, thank you very much, guys. That's us for another week of Talkin Balls. We will see you again next week. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for Mona for coming on.
Thank you.
See you
See
later.
ya. Bye.
See you later, guys.
Bye.